Hello again, I'm Peter Alsop, and this is my Songs to Chew podcast. Today is April Fool's Day, and our song comes from my Wha'd'ya Wanna Do album. It's called Don't Trick Your Dad. As kids, most of us loved to trick or fool the adults around us because when we know something that the adult doesn't know, we feel powerful. Adults usually have much more power and information than children, so when kids can reverse the roles on them, we're delighted. Let's chew on that idea after we listen to our song to chew for today. Here's Don't Trick Your Dad. That was Tim Boatman on drums, Peter Spellman on bass, Michelle Browerman played the keyboards, and John Brahaney, Len Chandler, and Shelby Flint sang the background vocals. I got the idea for this song when my daughter Megan was about 4 years old. I was working at my desk, and she walked up to me, smiling, and with her cutest little voice, she asked, "Daddy, can I give you a kiss?" And of course, my heart melted a little, and I said, "Oh, of course you can, honey." And as I leaned over, she threw her arms around my neck and licked my cheek with a big slobber. Of course, I was surprised, and I pulled back. I kind of fake frowned and pointed my finger menacingly at her and commandingly said, "Don't lick your dad," at which point she broke into delicious laughter and ran away, giggling into the next room. I went back to work, smiling, and I thought two things. One, she probably just got licked by our dog or cat, which gave her the idea to pull this stunt on me. And two, what a great idea for a kid's song. We all go through different phases of growth as we learn new things, and of course, we need to stretch out and test our limits and abilities. Yes, it can be very annoying when our children assert themselves at our expense, but if we view each situation as a growth experience, and we're aware that children need to practice their skills if they're going to achieve mastery over their environment, we can gently reframe our displeasure about some of their less than respectful behaviors as we watch them try out their new skills. That makes it a little bit easier, and almost always amusing. When some dads get angry, it can feel like they don't love us anymore, and that their anger is our fault. And even if we know that our dad still loves us, we get the message that we probably ought to be careful around him when he's in that kind of mood. When we play tricks and tease as kids, we learn from those around us where the different boundaries are set for our parents and siblings, our friends and other relatives and grown-ups. If we're too pushy or passively aggressive, we find out right away that it's not okay. Earlier in life, little kids try this out when they play peekaboo, pretending to go away and then popping back up again. And we laugh. When they get older, they love to hide and jump out suddenly to scare grown-ups or fool them with some newly discovered trick. Playful tricks are a great way to switch roles with our more powerful parents and feel like we're learning how to rebalance the scales at home. However, some homes and parents feel much safer than others because they allow the open expression of the full range of sad, scared, angry, and even happy feelings. Like every other social skill we acquire, we need to practice them to figure out what works and what doesn't work. We learn that when we trick someone else or play a joke on them, every situation is different and needs to be looked at and considered from each person's point of view before we do it, right? I might think it's a riot to pour a glass of water on my mom's head, but if I consider it, I'd have to admit that there's a good chance that she might not feel like it's funny at all. That's a great skill to learn at an early age. We all know adults who haven't learned that yet. When we trick someone and scare or upset them and they get mad or angry at us, that's a really very healthy response to us because we've probably crossed over one of their boundaries. Jokes and tricks can be something that are playful and fun as long as there are no victims, which means that everyone feels included and no one feels excluded. I used to love April Fool's Day jokes, but now I don't think they're so funny. First I get someone to trust me, and then I play a trick on them. Some jokes are like that, and they're scary and mean even if we all laugh, and the other person can end up feeling victimized and left out. It's always helpful to check with people we're playing tricks on to make sure they don't feel unsafe with us. In my family of origin, we always tried to do things to get everyone else to laugh. But many of the things we did, even if they were clever or brilliant, also usually had a sharp edge to them. We might get others to laugh, but if it didn't feel safe for the person who we played the trick on, it can erode their trust in us. I've watched other people play a trick on someone else, and it eroded my trust in them because I thought, gee, they might do something like that to me someday. I'd better be careful around them. Or even worse, maybe I'll just avoid them. I think the best use of this song, Don't Trick Your Dad, is to use it to start discussions about teaching and setting boundaries. When someone teases us, it can be a very mixed bag of feelings. In some situations, we feel special because someone's giving us attention, and that can feel very nice. But with teasing, there's an edge to the attention. My old friend and teacher, Dr. Annette Goodhart, used to say that teasing is playing with someone else's pain without their permission. I think teasing is okay with friends and couples because the strength of the relationship means that if one person goes too far with teasing, the other person can say, hey, that hurts. And the teaser will stop immediately and apologize. Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. That's how we learn about boundaries. Okay, that's enough chewing on this song for today. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Peter Alsop. I'll be back next week with another song to chew. Bye for now.